Anyway, bro, thanks for coming again.
Anytime.
So I know we spoke a fair bit before, but due to my lack of technical skills in the remote podcast, obviously I thought it'd be better anyway to do it face to face,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
So because I don't think that did our conversation justice. I think we had a lot of good chat. So I thought, why not just do it face to face rather than putting out something kind of half-assed. But just introduce yourself a little bit. Like obviously, your name's Sundeep. We know you as Stammer Coach, right? So you just recently obviously started on social media. So what kind of what pushed you to start a social media page? And then just tell us a little bit about you, just to start with.
Yeah, sure. Firstly, thank you for having me. So I think the key thing for it is that when I was younger, there was no risk, nothing for me to go to or learn from, or I kind of felt like I was on my own, if I was being honest. And it was only until I went to the Stammer school when I was younger is when I saw other people who suffered like me, and that kind of opened my eyes a bit, because I could see people who had it a lot worse, and the Stammer school, it was amazing. I had such a good time, and for me to like something that was in the school holidays as well when I was a kid, that's ridiculous that you just want to stay at home and play football and stuff. I was going to school every day for 2 weeks, and the stuff they were doing, they gave you so much confidence, the stuff they were teaching you, just small things
how many of the people were that?
So there was about 15 of us.
Different ages or?
Yeah, different ages. There's one kid who was in secondary school. I was in year 4 at the time, going into year 5, and
I guess it's good to have that variety in age.
Yeah,
so you can look at the people that are older, younger. You're not alone.
Yeah, exactly that, and it was refreshing, to be honest, because like I said, I just felt like am I the only one who's kind of going through this? Because you don't really speak out about it as well, because it was taboo as well. I felt like no one really spoke about it, no one really cared, and if you did have it, it's kind of I'll just get your words out sort of thing, and things like that. I guess to some people are funny, but to me, I was I wish I could. Do you know what I mean? On the serious note, I wish I could. So the page, I started it, and my first video, my introduction video, was just more so. That was the hardest part. Yeah. So just getting out there.
Doing the first video.
I opened the page. I didn't post for the first week, and then finally just got the courage. And I thought, I've got to post something out there. I can't just make this and not go through with it. So as soon as I made the first video, honestly, it was just I got so much good feedback from close family and friends, people who I don't talk to every day, but they reach out saying stuff this is so good, fair enough on you. And I was just there what took me so long is the first thing I thought of, if this is the response I was getting.
Did you get, what did your family think of it? Did they push you to do it, or were they quite supportive of you starting it?
Yeah, so my family they're always really supportive, to be honest, but with this I didn't really tell anyone. Because I felt
something for you, right? You
because I guess they wouldn't be able to relate. They could only be if you think it's right, go ahead and do it.
I think sometimes the older generation don't quite understand social media, how it works.
And it's kind of you really need to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
That sort of approach on there. Some people have, but I just.
Yeah, but honestly, mum and dad said to me, they were it's really good to do it. Just be careful what you say though. Just be careful, yeah. And it's a bit, obviously you need to an extent, but at the same time, if you've got a viewpoint or an opinion, you need to say it at the same time, right?
And even with some of my videos now, I get told, you take a video, but the bed looks messy, looks messy.
Oh, bro,
let me do a video with you.
But honestly, one thing that's so true about true what you said is the most compliments I got were from strangers when I started doing my videos, and that gave me kind of the most confidence. But sometimes I had people close to me, obviously it's a big thing putting yourself out there. It's tough. It's not easy. Just doing one video alone, you're nervous. What people are going to think. There's a lot going through your mind. And they're you can position your arms a bit different. You could maybe sit on a different angle. I was listen, forget all that. That's
it's done.
That'll get better over time. I'm sure it will. Just focus on the main thing is that you're putting yourself out and give me a bit of credit, right?
Yeah.
At the same time, obviously, because you are putting yourself out there, you've got to accept that these comments are going to come your way. So it's in one ear out the other, right?
Yeah, no, exactly.
We'll try to do anyway.
Yeah,
as time goes on.
No, you can't please everyone. Sort of thing, and yeah, like I think it was my second or third video I posted like words that and letters that I found tough, and
that was a good one.
Yeah, and like a lot of I got one message which stands out. It was someone who told me about their younger brother, and that was the first message I got. That was like, you actually helped me understand someone I know who's close to me and what they're going through. And I was there
that's another good point. Yeah.
And I was there like, damn, like that's all it takes. That's all it needs. Like for the person who's going through it, just someone who could just understand a little bit more what they go through.
It's not just awareness for people who have got stammer, but it's awareness for people who are a bit naive to it, right? And the people who
exactly that. Exactly, yeah. Like some people might know someone who has it, but they won't know how to like approach it or like talk about it. So like, for example, if someone is speaking, like if they are trying to say something, don't finish their sentences.
I was just about to ask you, does that piss you off when people do that?
It used to.
Is it better not to do that then, not to finish sentences? Right? Because I guess some people see it in a way of, oh, let me help them, but is it better to let the person?
I think
go?
like.
I guess you might see it as a bit demeaning, right? Like, let me finish my sentence.
It's kind of like that. So it's like to do it once. I'm like, okay, cool. But if it keeps happening, then like it just slowly just picks at you. Then it just like builds this frustration that you can't finish up a sentence. Yeah. But in your head, you're like, oh, I can just let me do my thing.
Just give me a set.
Yeah, exactly. And like things like that, like if people just like, aware of these small things, it just helps them out a lot more.
Okay. So you work in IT, don't you? Kind of during the week. So do people that you work with, do they know about your stammer? Do you make them aware of it, or?
Yeah. So when or
you just choose not to.
Yeah. So when I first started, so I've been in the industry now for like 6 years since university, and like only my recent job now. I actually put in like when you join, there's like 3 things about me that you didn't know, and one of them was me having a stammer.
So you use that as a way to.
Yeah, so I use it as just like an icebreaker, I guess. Like if I am speaking, then like maybe I do have a stutter or stammer. Yeah. Like.
How is that received from people at work? Positively or negatively, or is it dismissive? Like, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, like having had people beat me, have like spoken to me about it, like it's just one. Yeah,
that's what pisses me off.
Some still like, okay.
There's very little of kind of that human side of people in the workplace, right? Just to take the time, and it goes a long way.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, it's just one of them where like I've put it out there, and it's on the wall in the kitchen, so everyone walks past it and they can see like who's the new starters and stuff. So like it's all there. So if someone like stops by and sees it.
You've done your part. You've made them kind of aware.
Exactly. Yeah. But like it did, like in certain in workplaces before, like I reckon before COVID I was more confident. So like I was I've no idea. I think it was just being inside the office. Like I just loved the interaction. Yeah. And like it was only like during COVID is where like I kind of felt the battle then a lot, being like behind a screen. Yeah. Talking on Zoom and like.
Did that get you too comfortable in a sense? Not having that face-to-face interaction?
Like.
Out of practice, I guess. To be fair, right?
Exactly. Like I was so used to speaking to people that like I wouldn't like second guess myself. Like I would just know the words would come out, but then like at home I'm just looking at a screen. Yeah. And like I remember my first week, I was stammering. I was like, oh, for God's sakes! Like I thought it was something small at first, but then like it was the realization that I'm at home. I'm not interacting with anyone. I'm just literally staring at a screen. Yeah. And like normally, what I used to do was like if I was to stammer, I could disguise it with like body movements. So if I was to use my hands, like you can disguise like a pause. Yeah. But when you put on the screen, there's nothing there. Like if I freeze, it's just like it's so evident now. Like I've literally frozen in speaking, and like that would kind of bring fear into me. Like if I do mess up, they're gonna notice, and it's just like damn. That whenever I did stand there, I was just like it would build up like so much anxiety in me. Like it would even come to the point where like I'd even turn off the Wi-Fi like before a meeting. Like I'd wake up, first thing I think about is I've got a meeting
I think we've all done that to an extent. I've done it for much lesser. I've done it for much lesser reasons, bro. Like if I should say what yeah, so that, but I can imagine though, just to it's anxiety, right, and not wanting to
This is it. Like I would genuinely be so fearful and scared of like messing up so bad just because speaking. I would just like take the hit and be like, guys, I just can't make it to what's going to stand up, and like that was purely just down to me not, I guess, having the balls to actually go and actually and actually speak, and like things like that. Like I guess people will probably be like, oh, like fair enough. It's probably what's called internet's probably just down for a bit, but really I'm like, it's fine. It's just I'm having a bad day, and like I wouldn't turn the camera on for the whole day.
Yeah.
And then like they'd ask if everything's okay, and I'd just be like, I've got what's called family in the background. Really, it's just me, but I just can't face it. Like I just wouldn't know if it was to happen. I'd just be like, and there's some days where like I'd wake up and it'd be such a battle. Like I'd even just saying good morning or like, right guys, like work or something. Literally, my words would just freeze, and I'd rather just take the hit of what's called the internet's gone down and then just face that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just to interrupt you a little bit, there's something that I've forgotten, which I'm going to keep in. I'm not going to edit out as well. Do you know what it is that I've forgotten? Switch this effing line.
Oh yeah.
It should be alright. Should be good recording quality anyway. There we go.
Oh damn, yeah.
Maybe now you can see him a little bit better. But it's interesting, man. And I think one of the things that we spoke about before as well is obviously you mentioned about how it is in the workplace and stuff, but is there any other kind of negativity that you've had to kind of go through with regards to like whether it be comments from others or just in general kind of growing up? Yes, I think you mentioned that you went for a couple of difficult moments, right?
Yeah, I think like when you like instances before where like when I was younger, for instance, I went to secondary school for the first time with my primary school because we went for a rugby tournament. Yeah. And like we were queuing up and we were ready to go in and get changed, and like I was confident in myself. Like I was speaking to my friends, and like at one point like, we were outside waiting to go in. I think like a year, like 9 or year 10 must have finished their PE class. So they were all going out as we were going in, and then like I was speaking to my mate. And I guess I was being anxious with like them all being around, like kind of. Yeah. I was a big kid, so like I guess you kind of scared about being bullied for your size and weight at that age. So like I was speaking to a friend, but I started to stammer, and then one of the kids must have picked it up, and then they were just like they just like laughed, but they made it really evident. Like really obvious that.
Does that make when that happens? Does it make you angry? Does it make you anxious? Like, what's the feeling? Or is it just everything?
It was it was a bit of everything. Like it starts off by just like I couldn't describe it as like a snail going back in the shell. Like I went from being the most confident person there, and before you know, I just wanted to go home. Yeah. I didn't want to be there.
Because I guess like sometimes, like, say if you resorted to anger, it's only so angry you can be because obviously it's really insensitive. Yeah. People are really naive to how to kind of like even with me. I think that's why it's so good we're doing this because I think people should kind of raise awareness of it and what it means, how you deal with it, how other people should kind of interact. If it's somebody who's got a stammer, like you said, don't finish my sentences, those little things. So that's why I think it's really good what you're doing, bro, especially with your social media page. So.
Sure, I appreciate that. And like even like I guess now. People who who don't know I do have it, maybe it's in the workplace and like I'm speaking to them and like we're in a meeting and I may have a pause, I might stammer or might stutter a word, I'll see a smirk from someone's face.
Oh, you still get that now?
Yeah.
And these are grown adults as well in the workplace.
Like, I still get it. There's like a smirk because I guess in their head they're probably thinking, like he's really nervous.
Oh, okay, so they're seeing that he's nervous.
Yeah.
It's not even in their head. Yeah. They probably know you've got a stutter or a stammer, right? But they're just that naive and they're thinking, oh, he's nervous.
Yeah, and it's just like, I'm just like, oh. Like, I'm more mature myself now to understand, like, they just don't understand.
How are you at public speaking? Like, let's say you had to get up and present, because obviously it sounds like you've got quite a technical job in IT, which obviously I know there's a lot of technical jargon and stuff which you have to say, which probably isn't always the easiest. How would you be if you had to stand up and present in front of, say, like about 10 people, a couple of senior people? Yeah. How would you feel in that environment? Because that's my worst nightmare. And at times I'm having to do that and I don't handle it well. So how do you find it?
See, but I think it's scary as hell. Like, it is scary, but I try and like try and neutralize the situation as I can to try and like try and get control of the room. And where like my always go to is just try and like make someone laugh, make someone smile in the first few minutes.
Yeah. It's a good tactic.
Yeah. Honestly, like, cause that way I know. Like,
I would if I was funny and use that tactic.
Because then like the seriousness goes, and then I know like it just creates that window like everyone's kind of more relaxed.
Yeah.
However, it can go two ways. If I drop like something slightly funny, but there's no reaction.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. Then like obviously no, just go out the window.
Yeah.
And
it's a big thing though, public speaking, right? Like, I think that's just for anyone. Like for me, I guarantee, bro, you're probably a better public speaker in those type of environments than I am. Because like I said, it's my worst nightmare. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I was quite interested to see how you deal with that, especially if you've got a stammer on top of that. But like, one thing I've seen, sorry to interrupt, and I was taking a bit of a nosy on your social media, and I think it was your wedding entrance. I seen it, and you were walking in. I think you were a rapper. Was it to Drake? Or I was like, that's some serious confidence.
You know what it was? I was like, I said to my wife, like we were debating on a song choice, and like it always tends to be like just you walk in and just your hands up and whatnot. But
was it an agreed song choice, or did somebody win the argument?
It was literally like a week before. Like I just said to her, she showed me the song actually, and I was like, this is me, because like me, like I love my music. I guess it kind of helps me like just disengage, and I just like I don't really think about stuff or whatever it is, and and I was there like, this is the song. And honestly, when it came on, I had no plans to go in and go bar for bar to words or crazy bars.
It was class, bro. I watched it, man.
And I was there like, oh man, this is just me, man. And I just like, it was friends and family, and I was just like, this is what I gotta do, man. I couldn't go in just and like, because the thing is, if I didn't do it, I'd have been like, I think I just did that. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do what I want. And she loved it, to be fair as well. Like as soon as like she saw like me, as soon as she saw the reaction I gave when she showed me, I was like, this is it. This is what we're doing. I don't care what you this is what we're doing now. And I gave her the choice of the first like first dance.
First dance. Oh, mate, it's the same.
I was like, entrance. That's mine.
That's good, man. That's good. Yeah, like I said, bro, I saw it. I was like, that's a wicked entrance. And then I was watching. I was like, he's fully like on point with the lyrics as well.
Man,
But no, that's wicked, bro.
But that's one thing I was like. I put a post saying like how it sounds crazy, but like 50 Cent.
I just watched that earlier. I swear to God, I just watched it earlier.
Honestly, like
that was growing up, right? You said,
like I was in 2003, so I was in year 3 going into year 4. I remember like we went to India. My mum got us like a what's it called, a Walkman. And she took me to Woolworths in town. She's gone now. And literally like she's like, oh yeah, just grab a CD for the journey. And after she's probably thinking, this is hits or like pop charts. And I was like, nah, like I want 50 Cent. And she was thinking, okay, like if that's what you want. Then literally like for the whole journey on the way there, had it on loop. When I was there, when it was downtime, had it on loop. And then like I'd start to develop not his accent, but like the way how he would recite his words, like the rhythm of speaking. So like, hate it or love it. I'd say it as if it was in the song. So like, I'd say it in the same sort of tone as them. And like, it would just help me just get out words, because I'd just think about the song. And like even constructing sentences, I'd just pick out words from like different bits of songs and just put it together. And I'd just say it like that.
So did that help with this in the long term, or is it just something on the side?
It was
like singing along to like.
It was like it was proper improvised. Like I just did it one time and I thought, like it works. So I kind of just stuck with it, and like I guess maybe that's why I like music so much. It's like when I really like try and understand all the words, because like in my head I'm like, it's like a database, like a backup database. So if words don't go right, I can just say it like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I can just grab words from songs and like it's proper random. Like it's really random, but that's why like whenever someone says to me, who's like your favourite artist, like 50 Cent in that
50
era, like it just helped me
He's
a lot.
performing in the UK series.
Yeah.
You going?
Yeah, I'm going.
You going?
Yeah, I've got to go. Like my wife, to be fair, like when she saw the concert, she's like, I don't even care what you're doing. Like you have to go. Like
when
have
is
to
that?
go. November.
Is it this year?
Yeah, this year.
Oh, class.
I think it's November 14th is when I go to. So.
Oh, that'd be decent.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Man, it's gonna be like oh yeah, this is the guy.
Yeah.
This is the guy that taught me how to speak, man.
Exactly, bro. Nah, it's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yeah.
And then just thinking back, obviously we had a bit of a chat before. One of the other things you spoke about as well is obviously with your Punjabi.
Yeah.
I know for our generation, some people are really fluent in Punjabi, some
Yeah.
people not so much. Some people in the middle. But how did having a stammer, how did that affect your Punjabi? Is your Punjabi good? Was it good? Has it got better? Has it got worse with it?
Yeah. So, when I was a kid, like all the videotapes of me and my older brother when we went to India and stuff, fluent Punjabi, like there was not a single issue, and I think growing up, the environment of being in school, like predominantly being English, and like at home, like even though my parents would sometimes speak Punjabi, like would just naturally switch to English. And having stammer, like I always feel like it's just one or the other. So like even after I was to speak Punjabi, like my brain would just go into overdrive. Like it would just be like, what are these sounds? Like because I don't speak it every day.
Yeah.
So like saying like certain sounds because it's spoken differently to English. So like like it's like it's an absolute nightmare, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like I struggle with it so bad. Like I can hold myself in like small conversations.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
whenever it comes to like an in-depth conversation, I just gotta switch.
It's probably still better than mine, bro. Like I was saying to you before, like honestly, like mine's always been obviously able to have like on the basic kind of conversations and stuff. But and obviously on top of that, obviously you're trying to deal with a stammer as well, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever have any negative comments from that side of things? Because obviously I know in our generation sometimes you do get people that want to make comments and
like, absolutely. Like even like when I was growing up, like someone who I'd know, whether it's my mate or whether it's a family friend or like a relative, they'll speak Punjabi and like there'll be like instances where like they might have pronounced it wrong. Yeah. And next thing like the owls are just like slating them. Yeah. And I'm just there like, oh God, man, like this could never.
I don't know why people in our culture do that, and I know it's not everyone.
Yeah.
But you do get it right. And I think sometimes the fear comes from seeing other people getting the piss taken out of them, which I think needs to be like stamped down on a lot, because like one example that I always remember is, and whether it be learning how to speak Punjabi or whether it be your knowledge of Sikhi or whatever, I think it's quite similar in the sense of if someone's going to take the piss, they do it over Eid. And I know it's not everyone. I know sometimes it's just, I say the minority, but I with my own eyes have seen it a fair bit. Yeah. Do you remember one video on, and it was going around social media a lot, I forgot to mention this to you before, and I think it was at some kind of Basaki Mola, and so they pulled someone up on camera, and they said to him, how can you hear today? Can you tell me what Vasaki is? And the guy just freezes, and he doesn't know what to say. For all we know, probably doesn't know like what Vasaki is. He may well have frozen. For all we know, he could have a stutter or a stammer or whatever it is. And that guy's there like putting him like fully on the spot. Like the guy's obviously it was going round. It obviously have a little bit of a giggle. It was funny, but for me, the idiot there is the guy who's recording it. Maybe he's just froze. He's never been in front of a camera. Yeah. We're sitting in front of a camera now. I'm not being funny. I was shitting myself before we started this. If someone put a camera on me on the spot, the whole dynamic changes, doesn't it? You get really nervous. You could go blank. And straight away, the thought process there was, let me put this online and share it to everyone and take the piss. And for me, that's a massive mindset that needs to shift, right? Because it's not just with Sikhi. I think it's just about, even like speaking Punjabi, I'm definitely, like, mine isn't great at all. It should be better. Yeah. I'm open to like learning, whether it be Punjabi or Sikhi. Yeah, you've got to have the opportunity. You can't be made to feel inadequate for.
I think that
that's what I mean?
That's a big thing. Like I remember even being in Punjabi school. Like me and my brothers used to go, and like obviously you'd be going through some words, and then they'll ask you to recite in front of the class, and like there'll be a few times where I'll just literally be like an absolute mess. Like I won't be able to say like words, and only because they're just not coming out. And then the teacher would just be like, "Go on, say it." I'm just there like, leave it.
Teachers,
I can't.
sometimes as well.
But yeah, because
sometimes we look at teachers as like these like higher up people, but they're sometimes just as thick as.
Yeah, literally, and then like things like that would make me just like think, oh, this is pointless. I just don't want to do it, only because of how I felt in that situation. So like, so when people do speak my job, it's great, it's brilliant, but like, you're right, like it's that stepping stone of trying to learn it. There's always that typically like if you mess up on a word, if there is like if you do say it wrong, it's just there like you're a joke sort of thing, and it's just like.
You see, if those people ask themselves, like the guy who was doing a recording on that guy, that Misaki man or whatever it was, they ask themselves, is this the right thing to do now? To publish it online? Or is the right thing to do, put my arm around the guy and say, do you know what, it's not good that you don't know it, and you should know it, but here's what it means and this, that and the other. Or if you're just nervous, you're nervous, that's fine, and just do the right thing. But taking a piss, it's so boring, it's cowardly, man.
Yeah.
Like I've got no problem in saying it, and I'd have no problem in saying it to the person.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it is what it is, right? But
that's what I mean. Like no, it's just like that guy's turned into a meme. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. It's unfortunate, but it's interesting, bro. Just to hear your kind of journey from where you started to where you are now. But just in general now, like where do you feel like you're at in terms of like your stammer and having like a good grasp over it in terms of like mind control and whatnot?
Yeah, like I feel.
You're like in a good place.
Yeah, I'm in a much better place. Like, I was on Rakuten at the start of the year. And that was like.
Oh, you mentioned Rakuten, is it called? Yeah.
And that was like that was like a reset button on like everything that I like in terms of like my coping mechanisms. Like it was just kind of right out the window. Like everything was just blowing up into like different proportions, and like I'd be struggling on like even the most basic things which I'd normally say anyway. But in terms of now, like, because that finished, I got off that in like May time. Like now being August, like like I'm in a much better place in terms of like grasping my stammer. Like I'm more confident, and like I'm quite proud of what the page I've done. It's good getting the feedback, but also like I feel like before I was kind of shy of it. Like I didn't want to make it a thing, but now I'm quite proud of it. Like because of it, I guess with the difficulties I faced growing up, it's kind of shaped the person I am. Like you be a bit more resilient in that way. And like before I'd be like, oh, it's just like a curse. It's like something bad. But now I'm like, nah, you know what? It makes me different. It's having that twist on it. Like,
it's strange growing up. You just want to be like everybody else, but then as you get older, you kind of and it took me a while, but because sometimes I feel like I don't fit in, but then as you get older, you feel like, do you know what? It's actually nice to be a bit different to the people. You've actually got a story. Would you rather be like that average Joe on the street, or would you like to have a bit of a story or a bit of a challenge you've overcome, right? Which is essentially what you do and what sometimes you deal with every day, because you have your up days, you have your down days, and you deal with it. And it's probably made you a much stronger person, right?
Absolutely. Like I remember even being in school where like it must have been like year 2 or year 3, and I had like what do you call it? Parents evening. And my mum came in. I remember this like clear as day, and I remember the teacher being like, like your son Leap, he's just like he's like average student, just like nothing special sort of thing. And then like it's basically saying like when you grow up, you have like average job, average like you know.
Teachers get away with saying this shit.
And like my mum, like she rightly kicked off.
Yeah, fair play.
To me though, I was like, oh my god, I'd kill to be average. You know?
I
was like, I don't even know if I can even get a job with what I got. Like, can I even? I would be at that moment in time. I was like, I'd happily take just sitting.
That's probably how you're programmed as a kid growing up, right? Like that you're different. Like what you're. If anything, there's nothing wrong with it. Not being funny, but from the sounds of what you do, like work wise and stuff, like it's pretty technical, man, and like you know what you're doing.
And that's and I guess that's the thing. Like, it's things like that which like you don't forget, and like you remember them clear as day because I remember how I felt at that time. At that time, I felt like, oh my god, yeah, like I'm normal. I mean, I'm average.
Yeah.
Bad as it sounds now, at the time I was like, oh my god, yes, like I'm just like everyone else. I'm just normal.
How do you feel now looking back at all that stuff?
Oh my god, yeah, it's
and where
it's
you
sad.
are now, because it sounds like you're doing really well for yourself now. So how does it feel looking back on all that?
Yeah,
it's probably like a bit of an FU to the people, right?
100%. It's that, but I also feel like it's sad because like I was happy at that. Do you know what I mean? Like, and like that's me. Like other kids out there who like they might still get that now, like whether they have stammer or not, and like just being accepted and just being normal is what people just kill to be. And it's a shame because like obviously like you can be wherever you want to be realistically, and like even with me, like I was honestly. I was surprised I even passed like got through to GCSEs. Surprised I did A level. Surprised I even got to uni. I didn't know what to do when I was in my GCSEs. I remember when the teacher said to me, "So what's like your goal?"
Did you know what you wanted to do?
No idea. Like, and that was down to the base of like I just wanted to just be normal. I just wanted to just get by, sort of thing. And like.
At what point did you start shaking that mindset? You must have started shaking that off at some point.
Yeah, so in year 10 when she asked me what I wanted to be, I wasn't too sure on like career path wise, but I knew like I wanted to do something. So when she said to me you can go to university, cool, like I'll aim for that. So I just went for it like crazy. But like turning point, I would say.
You went to university. Right?
Yeah. I went to university. Like I'd say mindset wise, maybe like year 8, year 9. But I say like as cheesy as it is, but like I absolutely love my sports, and like I guess seeing like great athletes with great mindsets, it kind of inspires you as well.
Yeah.
So like
you can always apply that mindset to
exactly
everyday life, right?
And like I was applying it to me like and my own self. So like for instance, fan of Man United. Ronaldo back in my days at school.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute machine, and like and I see things like he'd get like so much abuse week in week out, but he would still like hold himself as if he's the best.
Yeah.
And I'd be there like, I'll be like, I'm my own biggest critic.
Yeah.
And I was there like, well, stop that. I was like, if he can do it, and there's many people going against him, I've only got myself.
100%.
And I was like, I can be what I want to be.
Alright, bro. Just let's finish off and wrap this up because we've been talking quite a while.
Yeah.
Which I think that was about half an hour off camera as well. Obviously, yeah, that's really good insights and stuff. Then just about your journey from start to finish.
Yeah.
I probably will get you back on again as well, bro. Because that was really insightful for me. And like I said, I'm learning off you as well and some of the challenges you've gone through and possibly how I can apply that to some of my situations, even like the public speaking you mentioned as well. So it's really good. But for the people that want to follow you, what's yours? Is it like your Instagram handle? I'm not sure if you're on any other like social media or. Yeah.
So yeah, if anyone wants to keep tabs on my account, my app would be the Stammer Coach on Instagram. On TikTok, I believe it's the same as well.
You just type in Stammer Coach and
it should come up as well.
Find it, right?
Yeah, or if you go to my Instagram, my TikTok handle will be there as well. I post on both accounts, and I think that's pretty much me. And yeah, thank you for having me. It's been really cool. It's my first podcast that I've done.
Like I said, I'm just starting out, bro. Still learning.
This is awesome, man. Yeah,
so I've enjoyed this, man. I really enjoyed it.
It's been really good.
But I was going to say as well, so obviously on your Instagram account, that kind of tailing off into another conversation.
Yeah.
Are we going to expect more content? Like I said, I really enjoyed the stuff that you're posting. I know you've had a lot of stuff on lately, but is there more to come on that page?
So
you're still active, right?
Absolutely. I'm still aiming to do at least one post a week, and I'm aiming to do one post a week. The start of the year it dried up because I had the Rocky and I just didn't feel fit to do like videos and stuff.
The right thing is to take yourself a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Away, right?
Exactly, and more posts to come out. There's lots more content and tips and tricks and insights of how it is to have stammer. And
and just talk us through your challenges. I find it interesting just to hear about your challenges, whether it be work life, professionally. I want to hear about that stuff on there, bro. It's
exactly.
Really insightful.
Exactly, like it could. It's like what you said. Whether you have stammer or not, whether you have like a fear of public speaking, like I'll throw in some like hints and tips which I do, and like it might not help you. It might help you. I guess that's just the purpose of the page, really.
Yeah.
Just not just catered just for stammer, but people who generally have anxiety and stuff from speaking or anything related as well.
Okay. Alright, nice one, bro. Wicked, man. We'll call that a wrap.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there. Appreciate you coming, bro.
Thanks for having me.
For everyone watching, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you soon.